Are we ready to start?
Absolutely, whenever you're ready.
Great, thank you again. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome. We are so honored to be able to meet with all of you today. This short presentation is meant to provide a brief overview of our organization, and at the end, we will share our career site information so you can browse job opportunities and apply online. Next slide. Who are we? NorthShore University Health System is a growing organization committed to being connected to the communities we serve, having experts close to home, and being one of the top places to work in healthcare. Next slide. This map here displays our geographic reach from as far north as Gurnee, Illinois, by Great America, and as far as south as Chicago and western suburbs of Arlington Heights, Naperville, Elmhurst, and many suburbs surrounding the hospitals. NorthShore is comprised of 6 hospitals with over 150 locations, which includes our medical group offices and 5 specialty institutes. Next slide. My previous slide talked about the 5 specialty institutes, where NorthShore has been recognized as the premier place to receive care for orthopedics, cardiovascular, cancer care, neurology, and a center for personalized medicine. Our future growth is in establishing additional specialty recognition is ongoing and an important part of the future in delivering elite patient care. Next slide. This slide talks about many things, but I want to focus. But I wanted to focus on the green box that highlights the number of employees that work at NorthShore. We are proud to say we are comprised of 17,000 employees and continue to grow our teams as the company continues to serve an expanding geographic area. Next slide. Now that we have the basics of who we are out of the way, let's focus on our mission and values. Our mission, as you see here, is to preserve and improve human life. Our vision, NorthShore will be the most trusted and indispensable health partner throughout the communities we serve.
Yeah, I'm trying to finish up sending out data memos, and I'm like, waiting for somebody to give you that information so I can finish.
Next slide. NorthShore received many awards and recognition. This slide shares the awards for quality and safety, patient care, and technology and innovation and engagement. We are super proud of these accomplishments and strive to maintain the high standards we set for ourselves to better serve our patients. Next slide. Next, we will talk about what makes us different. This slide represents our 2 hospitals that are partners of NorthShore University Health System. While they work closely with us to align patient services and share our core values, they work separately with recruiting and hiring. Next slide, please. We are proud to be part of Pritzker School of Medicine's medical students rotate through our hospitals as part of their residency training. Our orthopedic surgeons are primary caregivers for the Chicago Blackhawks and serve on the sidelines of their home games in the event of an injury. The other companies partner with us for various services. Next slide, please. This is another example of how NorthShore is committed to helping train the next generation of healthcare providers. This list identifies all the colleges and training programs that have relationships with us and or have clinical rotation partnerships for their students. Next slide, please. As our organization has grown in the last 2 years, we use the Stronger Together tagline to describe our strength as an organization when we have other hospitals join our health system. Swedish and Northwest Community We're standalone hospitals and now are partnered with us. January 1st of 2022, Edward Elmer's Health joined NorthShore University Health Systems. We are now comprised of 8 hospitals and 1 skilled care facility for a total of 9 premier locations where community members can receive care. Next slide, please. Diversity, equity, and inclusion are an important part of the culture here at NorthShore. We value the diverse backgrounds of all of our employees. Next slide, please. We have a priority in deepening the connections with local communities we serve. Next slide, please. We are constantly moving forward, and our commitment to providing expert care close to home and being the best place to work and receive care is always at the forefront. Next slide, please. Now, the good part. NorthShore offers a robust benefits package for our employees. Health, vision, dental, competitive wages, tuition reimbursement up to $5,000, retirement 403B savings, paid time off, and much more. Next slide, please. The recruiters at this event are here to discuss a variety of opportunities in the hospital setting, medical group, lab services, and pharmacy. Some of the positions we are hiring for are outlined here: patient care tech, staff support tech, medical assistant, pharmacy tech, rehab aide, patient support associates, phlebotomists, and lab assistants. Next slide. We look forward to meeting with you. Job-specific questions can be answered in our individual meeting rooms. Thank you. Slideshow completed.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that presentation. And again, we want to get kind of right to the crux of the presentation here today, and the reason why a lot of you folks are on to meet. We're going to go ahead and open up breakout rooms for each of the positions that were outlined here today. So you're going to be able to obviously meet with these folks in person, ask any questions that you have, have a chance obviously to develop a rapport with these folks. And then hopefully, ideally, of course, the next steps would be land an interview and then ultimately a job or a career. So just a few things that are kind of housekeeping items that I want to go ahead and cover before we open up the session here today. Please keep in mind, you will have the ability to unmute yourself. You have the ability to turn your camera on, and we do obviously encourage you to do so when you're in the rooms. Just be mindful, if you would, please, not only for your fellow job seeker, but also for the kind folks at NorthShore that are taking time to meet with you today. Once you've asked your question, you received a response, please be sure to mute yourself. Please be sure to keep things professional with your camera. If you're going to have it on and leave it on, just be aware that everybody will be able to obviously see what is going on in the background. So just please keep that in mind. Another thing to mention here is that when we do enter the rooms, there will be a timer up in the right-hand corner of the room. It'll let you know how much time there is left in the session. So the key here is just to keep an eye on that. That'll give you kind of a bearing as to how much longer the session has left. It'll give you an idea as to when you need to switch rooms. If there's other folks you'd like to meet with, it'll also give you an idea if you are still in the midst of a conversation towards the end to kind of, anticipate that and begin wrapping things up, if you would. One other final thing that I'd like to go ahead and note here before we get started is you can access the breakout rooms once I open them up through your Zoom toolbar. So if you move your cursor like so, you should be able to have a toolbar that comes up. There will be a breakout rooms icon that will come up in that toolbar. If you click on that, it will open up a complete window or listing of all the rooms that we have available. Off to the right-hand side, you'll see a little blue button that'll say join. You'll click that join button and you will be redirected to that room. To be able to move between rooms, you'll just rinse and repeat that same process. So what I mean by that is you will go ahead and you'll click that breakout rooms icon once more. It'll open up that window again, and then you'll click join for the next room that you'd like to meet with. And again, you'll just follow that same process to move between rooms. We do have a graduated kind of process, if you will, for removal if need be, or muting. if for whatever reason, we're having issues, with unruly participants or what have you, we will have the option to mute you if need be. We also will allow you to stay in the room and be able to communicate through chat. But if for whatever reason you decide to use that chat feature to cause further disruption, we will have the option to remove you altogether if need be. Again, not too worried about this, but just want folks to know that our host in the room will have that capability. I want to go ahead and cover all the folks that we have on the line here today once more, and I will throw this into the chat as well. So we have phlebotomists and lab assistants on the line. We have a room for pharmacy techs, staff support techs, medical assistants, patient access, and patient care techs on the line here today. So again, I will put that information in the chat for you, and you will have access, of course, to that information, again, to be able to kind of direct where it is that you'd like to go to. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and open up the rooms. If you're having any issues whatsoever joining a room, feel free to reach out to me, and I will get you manually sent to the room of your choosing. Again, just message me in the chat and I'll get you sent there. Give me one moment here.
Daniel, this is Maria here. Hello, everyone. Just
Hi, Maria.
quickly, there was a person in the chat asking if we could turn on captions. Not sure if that's possible. I'm asking for more details in case that she needs a different accommodation here, but just letting you know in case you didn't notice, probably you didn't. If we can do this, it will be helpful.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Maria, before we kind of went into those
Thank
sessions. I appreciate that. As far as closed captioning is concerned, I know we do have it turned on for the session here today. I will be honest and frank with you. I'm not sure if they will work in breakout rooms or not. I've actually never had that question asked before. So just something to keep in mind. It should hopefully work. I know in the main session it does, as participants do have the option to turn it on, but in the breakout rooms, I can't say with 100% certainty. So Maria, if you can check on that for me in the rooms and let me know, I can go ahead and adjust and pivot as needed on the fly, okay?
Okay, I will.
Fantastic. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and open up these rooms. Keep in mind, we'll have about 45 minutes or so in the rooms. If we do see that we have a lot of engagement, we want to extend that time, we absolutely can. We'll just revisit it once we get to the end of that initial session. All right, those rooms are opened up. You should be able to join them now. Again, if you're having any issues, just message me in the chat and I will get you sent to the room of your choice. Thank you, everybody.
Hey, Daniel. Do you have a second to chat?
Hi there, Osiris. I saw that you were having some trouble. It looked like in one of the rooms. I just wanted to double check and see if I could help you out.
It's actually pronounced Osiris, not Osiris. And this honestly makes me question a lot of accessibility that NorthShore claimed to have on their equity and diversity, because there are no captions. And that is a simple thing that Zoom has done. I run an equity diversity, I've run a disability affinity group, and captions are done for these kinds of things. So I'm kind of, I guess I'm curious, what other accommodations do you have for disabled folks?
Oops, sorry about that. I know typically speaking, when we create the meetings, we usually have closed captioning on and available in the main room. We've never honestly had the question come up for the actual breakout rooms itself. So again, I know I have to double check that question as I stated earlier. Aside from that, once we actually post the recording and upload them, we add closed captioning to that as well. So this recording and all of the breakout rooms in there will have closed captioning on them for folks that want to be able to see that. Additionally, in the registration, I know we do have a field that asks for folks if they do have any disabilities to enter them in, and we'll do our best to accommodate. So I know we have that as well. Now, I know when we check the registration, at least a few days ago, we did not see any folks that had asked for accommodations. So
That wasn't my question, though. My question was, what accommodations do you have? Not how many people need them.
I did try to outline and explain that to you.
So you do it on a person by person basis. Is that what I'm understanding?
I guess I'm not understanding what the angle is here, ma'am. What type of question you're trying to get answered. I told you what our boilerplate procedures were for, trying to accommodate folks with disabilities. I guess I'm not sure what answer it is that you're seeking.
I'm not seeking any specific answer, but I want to know what accommodations you have for disabled folks. And I asked if it's on an individual basis, and you have not answered that question either.
I guess what I'm not understanding is what is the angle of it being on an individual basis have to do with it if we're providing it all together? I guess that's where I'm confused.
Well, that's what my question is what accommodations are being accommodated for, and what are some examples of the accommodations? And if there's no standard all, because all disabled folks are different, and everyone needs a different accommodations. So that's why I asked, is it by individual basis, or is it like a blanket all universal kind of thing?
And I think the answer that I gave you, if I'm correct, is actually two prongs. So we do have kind of a blanketed catch-all kind of just in general approach to that, as I mentioned to you earlier, but we also provide the additional field for any other additional accommodations that need to be met. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
So that's on the application?
I can't speak to NorthShore's application process. I'm a completely separate entity. I'm just a webinar facilitator. I do work on registration, and that is exactly what I told you as far as our policies and procedures in place for that. But I can't speak to NorthShore's application process in particular. I'm not an employee of NorthShore University Health.
Okay, is there an employee with NorthShore University that could answer my questions?
That I would absolutely be able to do. Unfortunately, I know they're all in the breakout rooms, but I will go ahead and get a hold of one of them, see if we can get that answered for you, okay?
Great, thank you so much, Daniel.
Yep.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hello, everyone. My name is Yolanda Thomas. Am I in the group?
You're in the main.
You're in the main.
Let's go to one of the break.
Go to one of the break.
At the bottom of your
At the bottom of your screen.
small square.
That's where the break work.
Thanks for y'all time, but I don't think this is a good fit for me. Thanks. Have a nice day.
Hello.
Hi there, how can I help you?
Hi, my name is Ariel Jenkins. I kind of had a little difficulties getting in, so I was
Yeah.
trying to see what I kind of missed in the process.
Yeah, so we have a presentation already, and I know that we do have recruiters that are meeting with job seekers right now. I wanted
Okay.
to see if there is a room that you want to go to.
Um, yeah, if you can just put me in anything to get me started, that'd be great.
And Ariel, I'll just go ahead and read the rooms that we have off. So we have phlebotomists, pharmacy techs, staff support techs, medical assistants, patient access, and patient care tech. Are any of those of interest to you?
Yes, the patient access.
Okay. And just be sure that you accept the invite and you should be good to go.
Hello, everyone. So just wanted to ask if anyone here in the main room has joined any of the breakout rooms, or do you have any questions? Do you need any help joining a room?
The sound is kind of disembodied. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm going to try to join, but in the actual Zoom application on my phone instead of in the browser, and maybe that'll help. Okay.
I barely heard you. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's broken. I'll log out.
Yeah, I didn't see her even showing up in the participants tab, Maria. So I'll
Oh,
keep an
okay.
eye on it.
Okay,
I'm not sure where she was joining from. It might have been like she said she was joining through a browser.
it's possible. Okay, very good. I
Okay, it
see
might be
we
her,
have
Andy.
people there.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on her.
Andy. Okay.
Okay,
there we
much
go.
better. Do you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. I missed
Of
everything
course.
you guys were saying because it was disembodied.
Oh, no
So
worries.
sorry.
So we have some breakout rooms open right now. And I just want to see if any of them are of interest to you. And if so, then I'll get you sent there. So we have a room for phlebotomists and lab assistants, pharmacy techs, staff support techs, medical assistant, patient support, patient access, and patient care tech. Are any of those of interest to you?
So I wanted to ask, it seems like most of these are the kind of roles that require some sort of certification. I have experience with, customers, patient, client support service type roles. So I don't know if any of those assistant level roles would qualify for what, I'm looking for, because, it would just be something where I don't have any certification or previous experience, I suppose, any like 1 to 2 years worth of experience kind of roles.
I will say the best thing that you should do right now, take advantage of the fact that there's breakout rooms and there's recruiters who you can ask the question, because they
Okay.
can tell you what positions will be a good fit for you based on your experience. And even thinking of the fact that there's training available through our programs, and I can share my email so that you can contact me later on and we can discuss more about opportunities through funded programs.
Okay.
Yeah, you can become certified. So with no problem
Right.
pursuing something, related to either patient care or something like that.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair. And I always kind of thought about that, but I always think to myself, well, if I don't have certification, maybe don't go into the room acting like you do.
You
But
should,
okay.
because it's a great opportunity. This is the kind of event where it's the best opportunity that you can have to interact with recruiters. They can ask your questions. There's no commitment of you applying or not. And,
Right.
it doesn't do any harm by you, joining and talking to them.
Right. And, I'm not sure if this is even an option, but I was thinking, I could just talk to recruiters. I mean, this is not like the roles that you are doing breakout rooms are the only roles that actually even exist within the organization. Maybe they'll just be able to keep me in mind for other positions that would be a closer fit to my skill set.
I would like to recommend, and based on what I've been listening on recommendations by the recruiters, is that you actually go to the website, explore the career site, and go over the different job opportunities that are listed there.
Yeah, I
Based
did
on what
actually
you
do
read-
that.
yeah, so based on what you read, you will be able to say if you're a match or not, right?
Okay.
Don't discourage yourself, don't disqualify yourself even before
Yeah,
trying
no,
to
I did see another position actually. That's actually even why I'm here, because I saw a position that I wanted to apply for and just a different job search. And then I saw that this was happening and I was like, perfect, but it wasn't one of the breakout rooms. So that's perfect.
Yeah,
There is
I
actually.
added my email in the chat box, maria.romero@equusworks. If you want, please send me an email. We can schedule an appointment and we can discuss more to see how we can coach you and guide you towards job opportunities that are, a good match based on your experience and interest. So we
Perfect.
are a program funded through Cook County, where you could, if you're eligible, you could enroll and you can receive additional support to guide you, put you in a career path, maybe help you with money to pay for training. So there's a lot of opportunities and help that can be provided. If you don't feel like you're ready to start a job at this moment, maybe you can use your time to train and go to a vocational training.
I'm ready, at least for the role that I was just referring to. It showed up in my search because, it fits the skills that I have, and it's just not one of the ones that are part of this job fair. So I figured maybe I could just at least get in touch with one of the recruiters.
What is the
So
role?
let me get the one sec here. I'll pull it up. I'm gonna go in my email really fast. Okay. Let's see here. Of course, it's not pulling up right when I do this. I'll find it one.
So while you look for the email,
Okay.
let me just say that I added, as I said, my email here. If you want, send me an email later on. If we discuss the job opportunity, I can actually refer you to the recruiter if that recruiter is not here today. I mean, it's almost impossible to have a lot of breakout rooms for different positions. Large hospital networks, they have different recruiters for different departments. So if the position is for one of the recruiters that was not here today, as you say, I can refer you directly.
Perfect.
Okay.
But you can get me in touch with the right person there.
I can get you in touch with them. I will still recommend that you apply for the position if you found it. Submit your application, upload your resume, Just make sure your resume it's updated, that all your contact information it's there, and whatever is needed, the skills specifically, because sometimes if the resume is not updated or the skills specific for the job are not showing, a lot of these resumes sometimes don't get to be seen by recruiters. They go through the
Yeah, they won't waste their time.
the tracking system, electronic tracking system, where they are discarded at times, right? So
Yeah.
at this point, this is the reason why it's important, of course, to be in touch, and also with programs like the ones that we offer through public workforce systems, WIOA, which is the funding that we utilize. This is a great opportunity for you to connect not only with this employer, but with even other employers.
Yeah, absolutely. I figured as much. That's why I figured not to get deterred just because I wasn't applying for one of the specific roles that this was surrounding. But let's see here. I'm pulling it up, and I'll email it to you as well.
Sure.
But I was going to ask, are any of their roles remote? Or they're all pretty much in person?
They may have remote opportunities, but I believe that once you go through the training and work for a specific period of time, you will be eligible to work remotely, especially that patient access. I think it's patient access specialist position or something like that for call center. That could be remote, but after you have worked for a specific period of time. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, I found it. Yeah. So I was just looking at this, the customer support or customer service representative. There's a couple. One's called customer service representative 2, outreach support services. That might be a little more advanced. And
actually, there's a person for those positions in the room. Patient access. If you click on the breakout rooms, find the patient access room, and you can talk to the recruiter for that.
Perfect. Okay, then I'll do that. Awesome.
Okay.
But that's not what they're here necessarily thinking they're here for. So I should maybe, say that to them, or is it okay to assume?
Just ask your question, and she'll be able to guide you even much better than me.
Yeah, of course. You don't work for them. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. These are awesome. So I'll try to keep attending them.
Thank you.
And I just click on the breakout room, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. The patient care one, right?
Patient access is, I think it's it's
the green
before
one.
Access.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Maria.
You're welcome.
All right, folks, looks like we're getting a majority of everybody back in from the breakout rooms. Of course, a few things that I want to go ahead and note here before we wrap things up today. The session has been recorded and will be uploaded to the Illinois WorkNet YouTube channel within 48 hours of the end of this session. And we did have some folks express some questions about accessibility issues, things like that. When we upload those recordings to Illinois WorkNet, we just want to make it abundantly clear that we do include closed captioning on those as well. So just again, just want to clarify that. And if you did have any issues today, for whatever reason, being able to access any of the rooms or having any communication issues, things of that nature, we do again provide that service and that feature on the videos that we do upload. Another thing that I want to go ahead here and note as well is that we will be forwarding the registration reports that we did receive through our registration portal over to both the folks at the Healthcare Sector Center and the team over at NorthShore. So that information will be forwarded to them as well, excuse me. So they will, when they get that information, have your contact information, and we'll be able to kind of move forward on next steps after that has taken place. Aside from that, of course, I want to go ahead and give a huge shout out to the folks at the Healthcare Sector Center for putting this together. Again, your efforts are indispensable in putting these together and making sure that they're always well attended. Of course, to the folks over at NorthShore as well for joining and carving time out of your busy schedules to meet with all the job seekers that we had here today. Maria, I'm not sure if there's anything else that you'd like to give as a closeout, but feel free to do so. And you are muted, Maria, just now.
Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, just wanted to say thank you, NorthShore, for allowing us to partner up and provide this presentation and being accessible to all these job seekers that have questions. For job seekers that are still connected here, I wanted to also say that we are available to provide further support and also to help you connect with programs. If you are not already part of the public workforce system, there's funding available to help you with employment and also training. There's money available for training if you're eligible. We can help you connect with these employers and even help you obtain better job opportunities by becoming certified in different areas, depending on what's the career goal that you have. So yeah, reach out and we'll be able to connect you with a closest agency for services if that's something that you would like to pursue. And actually, my manager here, Michelle McFarland, has added the information in the chat box, so you can check it out, my email address, contact information, and any additional questions that you may have. We're here to support you and assist you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Maria. And I'll give just a few seconds here for folks to be able to copy that email address down before we shut things off here for the day. But again, just want to thank everybody for joining us. Hope you had a wonderful event, and we hope, of course, that you have a wonderful rest of your day and an even more fantastic rest of your week. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Hope you have a great day. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.